Hi, my name is Catherine. You can also use my shorter nickname Katie if you'd like, and today we are playing an interactive fiction / visual novel kind of game called Scarlet Hollow. This game is produced by an indie studio, Black Tabby Games, which is founded by a sweet married couple, Abby Howard and Tony Howard Arias. Next I'm gonna read you a brief description of the game, which sounds like this. Coal mines sealed off after a deadly collapse. Strange creatures preying on livestock. Houses infested with vengeful spirits. The sleepy town of Scarlet Hollow has come alive with horrors just in time for your arrival. You only have to survive a week. But you may not make it out in one piece. Scarlet Hollow is an immersive horror mystery with sharp writing, impactful choices, and meticulously hand-drawn art from Ignas-winning graphic novelist Abby Howard. Those were a couple of descriptions I picked for this video. Next I'm gonna share the basic information with you. So this game is being released episodically, and the first episode was published in September 28th, 2020. I am hoping to be able to eventually play this whole game on this channel with you. Scarlet Hollow is a horror game and it comes with a bunch of content warnings. I highly recommend you to go to the website at www.blacktabbygames.com/content warnings and take a look at those before watching this video. But without further ado, grab your snacks, find your comfortable blankets and your pajamas, cozy up, and let's take a look at what kind of game this is. I mean, it looks amazing. It seems like we are having some kind of slightly perhaps decrepit old mansion, looking like it's gonna fall off the cliff. I think those might be either trees or storm clouds, but I have this feeling like storm is coming, and it looks like at some point there have been many people living in this mansion, at least judging by the amount of windows we are seeing in here. I wonder who built this place and why was it built in such dangerous place. Has there been some sort of, I don't know, is it called erosion happening, since it looks like this part is ready to crumble down. But I'm hoping we are gonna get to discover the secrets of this mansion and enjoy playing this very nice looking game. Without further ado, let's begin the story. Nice, cozy autumn mystery. My name is Katie. I live in the city of... Oh no, such difficult questions right from the beginning. I live in the city of... Dear God, this is tricky. City of... Confusion. Oh, I can select pronouns. Does not impact gameplay, and we have he, him, they, them, and she, her. Lovely, thank you for allowing us to choose. I'm gonna go with she, her. Confirm. Select two traits. Traits unlock additional paths and dialogue options. Oh, I'm gonna have to choose. Powerful build, strong and athletic, the pinnacle of fitness, an intimidating presence, tough as nails, okay? Mystical, strange and unusual, you see the threads of reality in ways others cannot. Okay, talk to animals. You can talk to animals. Animals can talk to you. A gift and a curse. Okay, street smart. Know how to lie and when you're being lied to. Slick and convincing, no door can hold you. Sounds useful. Keen eye, observant, picks up on vibes, understands others' perspectives. Book smart, well-read and rational, possesses a wealth of esoteric knowledge and knows when to use it. A talented researcher. Hot, attractive and charming. A natural flirt. People want to either be with you or be you. So I can only select 2. I want to select more than 2, but okay. This sounds like so much fun. But if there are no animals, then this is not gonna be useful. There's got to be animals because they have this trait here. So I'm gonna choose talk to animals and I'm gonna talk with all the animals. Which doesn't like, this is what I do in real life as well. I talk to animals. They might not understand me, nor I might not understand them either, but I talk to them nevertheless. I really like this one. Know how to lie, know when you're being lied to, slick and convincing. Convincing might be useful, and no door can hold me. Yeah, I'm gonna choose these 2. They seem interesting. I'm gonna be street smart and I'm gonna be able to talk to animals. I mean, all of these are very interesting as well, but I can only choose 2, so I'm gonna go with this combination. Confirm. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops in seedy depots that felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Perla and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying, stranger, okay? So I don't know this person. What do I see? They have beanie, they have really wide eyes, they look like they are smiling. They have, is that a t-shirt or some kind of shirt that says, I want to... yeah. Okay. Let's read more. Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. Okay. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff. You know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Pushing joggers into the harbor. What? Street smart feign an illness. Wait, what? Dude, what's wrong with you? Okay, so I get to choose options here. That's awesome. Oh, there are more options, okay? Hell yeah, sounds awesome. Why are you talking to me? Remain silent. So, this has been like several hours of one-sided conversation, and I've been enduring it until I fell asleep, and this guy just kept on going. So, heck it, I'm gonna choose the street smart option. I'm gonna feign an illness. You violently fake a coughing fit. Pretending to be sick has always been one of the better ways to get people to leave you alone in strange places. Oh, are you sick? That's alright, I'm pretty sure I've already had whatever you got. I'm sick all the time. Gotta keep my immune system on its toes, you know? So, this girl comes up to us swinging her purse, yelling about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious! She actually hit my friend and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad and not just playing. Oh god, this story just keeps on going. But she kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year. So it's pretty serious. So she threatened to call the cops. You ruined her phone, but you ended up hanging out together and she became your girlfriend. You've been on and off for about a year and you call it serious relationship. Okay. Though about 5 months ago she tried to break up with me, like for real. And geez, do you ever just get so mad you just wanna like kill somebody? Street smart, stop trying to get a rise out of me. Threaten, I kind of feel like killing someone right now. I never feel that way, no. Oh yeah, all the time. What's wrong with you? Smile and pretend he didn't just say that. Well, I'm playing a street smart character. So, no, I don't feel like I just want to kill somebody. Definitely not. But I'm gonna find out what happens if I choose the street smart option. Stop it. Huh? Stop what? Whatever it is you think you're doing right now, you know what I'm talking about. This whole corner a stranger on the bus and try to make them uncomfortable act. I'm not playing along. Alright. Maybe I never really wanted to kill her, even if I threatened it a little bit. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. What? Giving birth to your son? What? Okay. This story just keeps on surprising me. But I don't know if I'm like into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. You're not sure if you're into that stuff. My god. This dude. Seriously, what the hell is wrong with you? Haha, that's interesting. Smart move, get out while you still can. Remain silent. Oh. Well, I kind of would like to ask the first option, but it is really like straightforward and rude. My other option that I would perhaps be choosing would be remain silent, but I'm gonna confront him. This might end really badly. If I'm gonna get this character killed, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna ask, what the heck is wrong with you? Your girlfriend is giving birth right now, and you're thinking about ditching her to go have fun in New York after she tried to break up with you and you threatened to kill her. Hey, now, I never threatened to kill her. You just told me you did. Okay, maybe over a text. Just a little. But fatherhood is scary. Plus her mom is there, so it's not like she's alone. Her mom doesn't like me much, so I'd probably just make things super stressful. She'll understand. She'll chill. Anyways, where did you say you were headed? I didn't, Scarlet Hollow, just a small town, you probably haven't heard of it. Don't answer. I'm gonna choose this option. Just a small town, you probably haven't heard of it before. That's probably Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in these parts. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I'd know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way, though. Actually, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the hollow, you see. And there's always a job listing of 2 on the boards around here. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks, but my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. I hope they didn't die. He looks back at his phone. Oh, what? I'm gonna quickly look at my settings. Oh yeah, my text speed was too fast. Sorry, I wasn't able to read that one line. I'm not gonna correct it while I'm editing this video. I'm just gonna go with it. Return. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. I hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. The stranger rifles through his bag before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Tip: sometimes picking up a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are, okay? Nice, I love boiled peanuts. Take the peanuts. No thanks, screw you and screw your peanuts. I mean, we are playing a game, we talk to animals. If we are gonna encounter, I don't know, a squirrel or something. But is it unethical to give squirrels dripping peanuts? I don't know, maybe... I don't know, what kind of animal would eat dripping peanuts? I don't really want to have those peanuts, but I think they might be useful, so I'm gonna take them. You take the peanuts. Thanks. You're welcome. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. So I have some dripping peanuts with me, oh my god. And just like that, the stranger is gone. Maybe you can finally get some sleep.
Next up, Scarlet Hollow, end of the line.
Almost there. Are we here? Yes! Okay, schedule arrives Monday 11 AM, departs Monday 1 AM, okay. So is this the bus station? Oh, I love all the details. I mean, these are hand-drawn, so you can see like each and every one of these pen strokes when you look around. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Oh, who is this person? Hey, Katie. They look a bit tired. I'm wondering what kind of voice I'm gonna give them, but they look a bit tired, so perhaps I'm gonna give them tired voice. Yeah. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Also, it's annoyance and not tiredness, okay? Could be both, yeah. Perhaps it is both. Item, offer her your boiled peanuts as a condolence. Looks like somebody needs a hug. Hey, Tabitha. Give her your condolences, remain silent. Okay, so yeah, she looks annoyed to be here, but we came here for the funeral. So it was her mother who passed away. So no wonder if she looks annoyed to be here and looks tired, it must be rough. So let's try to be kind and gentle with her. I'm gonna give her my condolences. I'm so sorry for your loss, Tabitha. Yes, great, thank you. Let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Okay. So, I don't know. Perhaps we can help. She was kind. She came to pick us up, so that was a kind gesture. Perhaps we can help with the funeral arrangements, or I don't know, helps in some other way when we arrive to our destination. Tip: dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. Okay. Explore: how are you holding up? I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, huh? Explore: so the funeral. I can't believe we've never actually met before this. Or remain silent. I'm gonna choose this one before asking her how she's holding up. I mean, if this option allows us to ask that question as well. I can't believe we've never actually met before this. You have your mom to thank for that. Or had, I guess. Ooh. That was unnecessary. Is there bad blood between us? I wish I'd known about you. Haha, yeah, Dead Moms Club. I'm gonna choose the third option. I don't know why my mom left or what kind of grudge she had against this side of the family, but I'm sorry. I wish I'd known about you. Whatever, what's done is done. I'm gonna ask how she's holding up. How are you holding up? Fine. Okay. Street smart, you don't have to hide how you're feeling around me. Or you know you can talk to me, right? I lost my mom too. Okay, but if that ever changes, I'm here for you, alright? Phew, good to hear. I would like to see what happens if I choose my street smart option. Because I feel like she is hiding her feelings. But the third option is also more neutral one. she said fine. So that might be an indication that she really doesn't want to talk about her feelings, and I don't think we should like pry or force her to talk about this if she doesn't want to. So I'm gonna choose the third option. Okay, but if that ever changes, I'm here for you, alright? Even after I go home. Sure. I'm not gonna choose this option, this is horrible. So the funeral, let's ask about the funeral. So the funeral, it's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. Oh, she's icy. I wonder why though. Need any help planning? Have you worked out all the details yet? Remain silent. Oh jeez, that's almost a whole week. I'm gonna ask if she needs any help. Do you need any help planning? If you ever need help with errands or scheduling, feel free to ask. I know this stuff isn't easy. Yeah, because I lost my mother first, and now I kind of might know a bit what she's going through. It's actually been fine. Just needed the coffin and somebody to dig a hole. Remain silent. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. Oh, so is this her house? And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to cramped apartments in grey cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you. A jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago.